Okay. Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes, Mr. Just give us 1 second. We're trying to get everything together here. Sir,
Okay,
are
I'm
you
sorry.
driving?
I'm pulling over right now. I'm actually working right now. But
Isn't that nice that the court is willing to allow you to appear via Zoom instead of taking a day off of work?
yeah, it's very good.
It is. And it would be really nice if you'd show the court some respect and be pulled over on the side of the road and take your break while you're in court. That would be respectful in a way to show a little bit of appreciation for the court's consideration. So are we pulled over now?
Yes, I am.
All right, this is the People versus Michael Rose.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Gazicki on behalf of Mr. Rose. Waive the reading, stand mute, request a personal bond. Your Honor, this is sounds like an identity theft. We know who the subject is. We're asking with this be set for a settlement conference and for the people to come in from JCPenney and the arresting officers with the body camera.
I got Judge JCPenney here. All right, hold on. JCPenney's present, so we're gonna bring him in, but it sounds like we're still just gonna push this out. And you've talked to Mr. Zick or Mr. Gazicki. You'll be speaking with Mr. Zick with respect to all of that.
Okay.
And good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Matthew Zick for the People, and it's indicated Mr. Gorski from JCPenney, Loss Prevention Officer, is present virtually and does have video of the incident, which he will be producing.
Okay, great. All right, and so oh my God, Mr. Rose, you're gonna give me a heart attack. Do you wanna take your shirt off and put a hat on while we're in court here? Maybe you could, I mean, come on. You got $100 personal bond, Mr. Rose. You're not to go into JCPenney. You're to appear in court as directed. You're not to leave the state without permission of the court unless it's work related. I don't know. It looks like you might drive.
Yes, I go to Chicago every day.
All right. Well, I'm not going to stop you from doing your job. So if it's work related, you're free to go and you don't have to get court permission. Don't commit any new crimes while released. Notify the court of change of address or phone number. No going into JCPenney's. And we're going to set a settlement conference with JCPenney. They've appeared via phone, so I'm not going to say with I guess with JCPenney to appear and provide video.
That's the right spot.
And we'll get you out that date in the mail. Mr. Rose, I will allow you to appear at your next date via Zoom.
Okay.
But these are my expectations. You will be pulled over when you come to court. You will not smoke. You will have a shirt on. These are the basic requirements I have for people to appear via Zoom. Sound fair?
Yes, it does. I'm sorry.
All right, sir. I'll see you back at your next date. You'll get notice of that date in the mail.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and I see there's also a request for body cam.
Arresting officers, yes, Your Honor, with the body camera.
All right, so Mr.
I don't know how clear that picture is with from JCPenney's.
All right, well, you'll talk to Mr. Zick, but I've written it on the file.
Okay.
All right, great, thank you. All right, this is Cynthia Bond versus Elite Car Care. Can I get appearances on that?
I am here, Your Honor, along with my husband, Leroy Bond.
All right, Miss Bond, can you tell me your name?
Cynthia Bond.
All right, counsel.
Morning, Your Honor. David Ganem for the defendant.
All right, so this is the time and date we set for motion for summary dispositions and just an additional settlement conference. I've reviewed the documents that were submitted by Mr. Ganem, and it's abundantly clear, Ms. Bond, he submitted the warranty that you had on the vehicle, and the warranty is not with Elite Car Care, it's with General Motors.
Your Honor, I disagree. That is a generic warranty that came off the internet. That is not the warranty that should
Well,
have.
where is it then? Ms. Bond, where is it then?
I
Because
do
I
not.
asked you, I asked everybody to submit it, and this is all I have.
Okay, that is what he got off the internet. That is not the warranty that should have came with the remanufactured engine.
No, ma'am, Miss Bond, with all due respect, I've reviewed it, and the warranty is the 3-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Okay.
That comes with the vehicle, and it's plain as day. That the warranty was not a special warranty that was given to you by Elite Car Care, but that it was the warranty that came with the car. And you've offered, and Ms. Bond, as the plaintiff in the case, you have the burden of showing that is not true. You have the burden of establishing that there is another warranty. And everything, you submitted nothing, and defendants submitted documentation showing the warranty, and the terms of that warranty are mirror the terms that are listed. What I was so concerned about last time was that the terms that were listed on the documentation from Elite Car Care, it made reference to this warranty, and the terms of that warranty are the same as the terms on the GM warranty. So I understand your position, ma'am, but it's a motion for summary disposition. And and I understand you don't have counsel, and defense counsel does, and I want you to know I've granted you courtesies that I don't entirely know I have the authority to grant you. Matter of fact, I'm fairly certain I don't. But I wanted to grant you the courtesy of having an opportunity to present your case despite counsel. Remind me, Mr. Ganem, were there requests to admits on this case?
Was, Your Honor, and that's part of our.
All right. Yeah, there were requests to admit. And Mr. Ganem, let me just go through this as a courtesy to Ms. Bond. You filed, you were sent requests to admits under the court rules. If you don't answer those within the time laid out by the rule, you automatically are deemed to have admitted all of those things that you were asked. And quite frankly, you would have lost on that alone. But I tend to have a belief that requests to admits are an unfair tactic when you have a party that doesn't have an attorney. Which is, it doesn't matter what my personal thoughts are on that, Ms. Bond, because ultimately I am to follow the law and the court rules. But so now you have know me, ma'am, you have the burden. It is a motion for summary disposition that was filed. The documentation that was provided by counsel along with the request to admit clearly shows
Your Honor,
shows that you cannot meet that burden, ma'am. I will give you a moment to talk, but I'm granting the defendant's motion for summary disposition. There is no question of material fact on this case.
Okay, Your Honor, may I speak now?
You may.
Okay, so in the warranty, I did comply with the warranty, and when it states that I have to follow my manual when it came to my oil changes, and I did follow regarding when my oil changes should be. I did submit evidence that I followed the manual when my oil changes should be. There is nothing up in writing when my oil changes were supposed to happen. I put in the oil that's upon my paperwork what the oil was supposed to be, and in my documentation from my manual that the GM indicated was supposed to happen, they happened when it was supposed to happen. I followed my manual to the letter.
Miss Bond, I respect all of that. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I'm saying you're suing the wrong party. If you have a warranty issue, you can't take it out on Elite.
So Your Honor,
they're a third party that has nothing to do with that. You need to contact General Motors.
So Your Honor, when I go to Bell Tire or when I go to Midas and I get a muffler or a brake job and they tell me that my brakes or my muffler is under warranty, when I have an issue, I go back to them to fix the problem. I don't go back to Midas or to the muffler manufacturer to get that fixed.
I respect that, Ms. Bond, and that might be true, but I'm telling you, there are different types of warranties. You could have a warranty from the Bell Tire, or the tires, Goodrich could have given you a warranty on those tires. So when you go back, if that who and how that warranty is honored is, if Bell Tire says, we're not fixing them, we think that, this doesn't qualify under your warranty, then your responsibility would be to go to whoever gave you the warranty. And in this case, Elite Car Care did not give you the warranty, General Motors did. So if you have a cause of action, the cause of action would be against General Motors. So that is my ruling. I am granting the defendant's motion for a summary disposition. Respectfully, the wrong parties involved in this lawsuit, and the case is dismissed.
Your Honor, I'm Mrs. Bond's husband. Can I speak for just a minute?
Yeah, but I have other matters to handle.
Okay, I understand. I'm going to be quick.
Okay.
My wife she's got a receipt that doesn't even state the engine is from GM. We don't know where the engine came from. We don't know. So how can we call them? And you can
look at the warranty that was given to you in the documents that the defendant just filed.
But we just got the warranty, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
Ms. Bond, Mr. Bond, listen here. I asked you. You had already lost this lawsuit, with all due respect, when you failed to answer the request to admit. But I am trying to clear this up with you. You had already lost, but I wanted to give you the opportunity to produce whatever documentation you had that would support your claim, because I don't like requests to admit.
But how did I fail to do that?
I gave you a month and you brought me nothing, and you've left.
But how did I fail? I submitted everything, Your Honor. So how did I fail to answer the request to submit?
Okay.
And I submitted everything.
And the defendant's motion is granted. At the jail, can you tell me your name?
Tamika Northern, ma'am.
All right, and ma'am, can you hear me okay?
Yes, a little bit, ma'am.
All right, I'll try and talk as loud as I can for you. This is the People versus Tamika Northern. Can I get appearance counsel?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Alyssa Segura with the Neighborhood Defender Service on behalf of Miss Northern, P86432. Miss Northern, could you please state your name for the record?
Tamika Northern.
Okay, so as to arraignment.
Yes, Your Honor, we would waive formal reading of the information and stand mute to the charges, Your Honor.
All right. I'm trying to see, okay. So I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. And so was in bench warrant status, but I'm looking, this case isn't old. It looks like the allegation arises from an offense in July. And then it looks like I'm trying to see, she was scheduled for an arraignment. She was in custody. She was arraigned and it was set for a hearing. She got a personal bond.
That is correct, Your Honor. Yes, it is my understanding that the information provided, the number got switched around, and additionally, the address that they took down was not the address that she is actually staying at. So during that time, I was unable to get in contact with Miss Northern. And so there was just no communication. She said that she did come to the courthouse and asked about the court date, and they said that there would be information mailed to her. But, you know, obviously with the wrong address, she unfortunately did not receive that information. However, I have since
that's false. I know what she's saying is false because I arraign people all day, every day. And before she left the jail, she was provided with her dates. She was given that information orally on the record, which I'll do now again. Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing can and will be used against you. You have the right to have a lawyer present during any future questioning and any future court hearings. If you can't afford one will be appointed for you, and you have counsel that's previously been appointed that's here on your behalf. You have 2 days, this part happened before. You have 2 days within the next 21 days. Your first is your probable cause conference. You can appear at that via Zoom. You do not have to attend in person. The date for that will be August 28th of 2023. After that, you have the right to a preliminary examination. At that exam, the prosecutor must prove that a crime was committed and probable cause exists to charge you with that crime. And that date is set for September 6th of 2023. That will appear be in the afternoon on September 6th. You must appear in person on that date. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Is you gonna give me the copy so I can come? Cause I swear to God, ma'am, I never got the stuff that supposed to came to me to come to court.
Let me ask your counsel. So do you have a correct address now?
I do, Your Honor.
And phone number?
Yes.
Okay, because I don't have a number, but I don't know what the address that you have or that we have is. Counsel, can you type it in the chat for the court recorder, and that way we're not putting it all over the world?
Yes, of course. I will send that right now.
Excuse me, Judge.
Okay. I just put it in the chat.
All right.
Is she on her other cases?
Where are the other ones at? I don't know.
They're on the docket. They are.
She's got other files.
What's her name?
Dewanda.
Right here.
Also just put a phone number in the chat as well.
Oh, is it I see this obstruction. These are 3 civil infractions. Is that what they are? 2? I have 2 civil infractions.
We have carrying a plate and obstruct vision.
Yes.
You have.
I have them.
Okay.
Okay. We've got these 2 other civil infractions and no license plate lights, and the obstruction for hanging objects. So. What's that?
Misdemeanor for carrying concealed.
And then we have, I have a felony for carrying a concealed.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So we've given her dates on that.
Yeah.
There are just a few other files, and we're trying to figure out if they did occur, and well, this is 7/12 and these say 7/13, but she's got 2 civil.
All the same transaction. She was stopped for a reason with the civil infractions, and then the felony followed.
Okay. I've written the new address on the file.
Great.
One sec, sorry, I'm gonna make sure I get the number down.
You're okay.
Okay. All right, so we've got that taken care of now. So Ma'am, when you have court dates though, and you're giving them, even if you're giving them orally, like you do at some point, you had to be to court, ma'am, and it's ultimately your responsibility to make your court dates. And it seems to me that after 2 months went by, you'd think, maybe I should contact the court and find out, or a month went by, if I'm supposed to be at court or if I'm missing dates, and you didn't do that. And that's a little problematic, but this is a single felony case. It's a 5-year maximum. You've got some criminal history, but nothing that would indicate to me that you're, violent or a danger to the community. The only real issue is your failure to show up at court. And you have 2 other warrants, it looks like, out of, well, there's Detroit, but Romulus and Huron Township have bonds set on you, so yeah, I don't know if you'll need to see them before you're released. I am going to give you a personal bond, a $5,000 personal bond. Miss Northern, if you fail to show up at your court dates, you will sit in the Wayne County Jail while this case pends. Do you understand me? This is your opportunity to show that it was really just an error. So hopefully you'll do that. You're to appear in court as directed. You're not to leave the state without permission of the court. You're not to commit any new crimes while released. You're to immediately notify the court of change of address or phone number.
Excuse me, ma'am. I gave them my address where I stay at. I told them on my ID that I don't stay at that address. I gave them my original address and my Gmail and my phone number. They never.
Miss Northern. Miss Northern.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I have it. I wrote it on there. Miss Northern, you're getting a personal bond.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay? We've got the right address now.
Yes.
But if you change it, you got to call the court. If you move or your number changes, that's on you to call us and let us know in the future. Okay, but I've got the new address. Your attorney gave it to us. You cannot purchase, possess, or have access to firearms. Do you understand that while this case is pending?
You said what, ma'am? I couldn't hear you.
You cannot have purchased or possess or have access to firearms while this case is pending.
Okay, when it's over, I can get my firearm back.
Not at this time, Miss Northern. I'll talk to you all about that once the arraignment's over, okay?
Okay, I would have came to court if they would have sent something to my address. I wouldn't even miss it. I didn't.
Miss Northern, do you want me to reconsider your bond and to let you sit in jail?
No, ma'am.
Or do you want the personal, I'm talking, or do you want the personal bond that I just gave you?
The personal bond, ma'am.
All right, then exercise your right to remain silent so that you can remain out of custody. Now's the time to do that. Okay. On these 2 tickets, both of the tickets are in default. So I'm gonna just have them address them. They have $400 cash bonds. I'm converting both of them to $100 personal bonds. And she can address these when she comes to court on our next court date with her. I'm not the judge of record on this case.
Yes, and I don't believe I'm the attorney of record. Per our contract, we do felonies, so. But yeah. I will inform her of the information.
Yeah, she just needs a payment plan and they'll track it. But okay. I'm just gonna have her address that. She can address that at the next court date.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we're all set. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Northern. I will wait a couple days to call you. That way it takes time to process you. Okay, so expect a call from me on Monday.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you.